Carolina, where the stories rise. There's a queen with a mission, fire in her eyes. 20 years and counting, serving wisdom on the shelves, helping voices find the courage to believe in themselves. She opens up the pages, lets the hidden story shine. Black and brown author stepping boldly into time. With a mic and a message, she's changing the scene. Everybody knows her name, she's a literary queen.
From the library shelves to the podcast stream, you lift every author, you wake up a dream. Tuesday night at 8 and the room leans in.
Put your scrim ball, let it all begin.
Tennessee Book Gold, keep shining your light, lifting up the authors, bringing stories to life.
Put your scrim ball.
We see your dream, literary queen, literary queen. Tennessee Book Gold, let the whole world see
Put your scrim ball.
your legacy. From the page to the air, you set it free. Literary queen, literary queen.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is your girl SC Book Gal 843, and y'all, it's hot. Yeah, that 843 ain't playing, y'all. It is. I think when I checked, the heat index at 113. I thank God for my inside job. All y'all out there working them outside jobs, God bless you. I'd be cutting hooky. Why you ain't coming to work? Because of the heat. But guess what? It is another day with a new author and a new book. And you guys, this is about the Black King. Y'all know there is something about a Black King. And from a woman's standpoint, and as a Black woman like that, Black Queen, oh, Black Kings, we thank you. I know you'd be like, thank me for what? You have done something today. Even if that is showed up for yourself, we thank you. The Black King does not get the recognition that he deserves. Okay? And I'm gonna be one of those because I won't say a little king because he's always my little boy, but I have a young man in my house. And I tell him, if your woman doesn't treat you like a king, and I'm not talking about being submissive, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about respect. Then she ain't the right one. All that leads us to say we got a book coming up, y'all. We got a book coming up, and I have a Black King with me tonight. And the title of his book is called The African King. King Titus, we're going to be chatting about, okay? I am going to be bringing up author Derail Johnson. I think I said his name wrong, and I apologize if I did. Please tell me I said it
Oh
correctly.
no, you said it correct.
There you
That's how
got
it goes.
it, girl. How are you?
I am good. Besides the
That
Texas heat.
Oh, you know what? I can't complain because my
Mhm.
understanding, Texas is worse than South Carolina. Have you ever been to South Carolina?
No,
Okay,
not
don't
yet.
come.
It's on
No,
my
no,
to-do
no,
list. I said don't
no, don't. Listen, we got enough people here. If you come and you come to visit and you go back. No, I'm just kidding.
okay.
It is literally, I think they said it was like over 3,000 people that moved to Charleston every day. It's
Wow.
packed. If there's an
Well, it's
accident,
kind of like that here in Texas.
really? But I mean,
People
aren't you kind
moving
of like,
from California to Texas.
so they going to expensive to expensive? Because I
Yeah.
understand it. I don't know, but I heard that it's expensive to live. Texas, California, New York, Florida.
Hmm.
Oh, see? I say South Carolina. I'll take the heat and the expensive. We got that. Okay. But tell us a little bit about yourself before we go any further.
I know. Well, before I do the books and all that, I work at CVS. If you go in your national CVS stores, we pack all the products that you go in there and shop for. So that's what I do normally, the day to day. And when I'm not there, I'm a dad. I got two sons, and I also have by marriage a daughter and another son. So altogether 4 kids. So I'm good doing that. So and without that, I'm always on my books working. So from time to time, I'll be posting on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all about my books and things like that. So pretty much a full
Okay.
deck.
Okay, so what made you, I asked everybody, what made you
Hmm.
want to become an author?
That's a fun question. Well, I got my ideas back when I was a junior and senior in high school. I would always love going to our libraries and checking out the Goosebump books or anything to do with like thriller suspense stories, and just being intrigued of how you can hook an audience. Like, how can they write a book, make it so scary, and make people want to be more intrigued in it? So that always got my attention. Like, one day I'm gonna write a book just as much as scary as they wrote theirs. So that gave me a lot of inspiration, but also from the writers Wes Craven and what is his name? There's another guy, but mostly Wes Craven. I get my inspiration from.
Oh, so that means I should never catch you in a dark alley.
Yes,
Because Wes Craven ain't
I
not,
wouldn't
and
say that bad.
ain't he the one? Okay, which one is Wes Craven? Is that okay?
He's
Who?
over the Scream movies.
Yeah, I ain't got time. Oh, and you know the crazy thing about it is, I can't look at the screens movies, none of them.
Hmm.
But you can sit me in front and look at the Purge all day long. I don't understand it. I don't know. But I have to
Yeah.
say, in the field that I work, that African American thriller mystery is now creeping up there. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
think we're getting sick and tired of the lovey-dovey stuff. Because we were we were street, then we came
Hmm.
to urban. There's a difference between the two people. There's a difference between street and urban, okay? Then we went to the self-help when Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man was like the biggest thing out there. Now
Hmm.
we're in romance, but I have to admit, I'm seeing a lot of people asking for African American mystery or thriller. So you are in a
Hmm.
genre that is now starting to grow. How do you feel about that?
Hmm. It's good. I'm appreciative of it. But I had told another interviewer that I like to do multiverse. Like, one day I can do thriller suspense, and then the next I can do Christian faith, then I can do what you were talking about, romance and love, because I do have two stories about that too.
Thank you. I love authors that do not confine themselves to a box. I mean, I
Hmm.
understand if you have to do that, but I love authors that do not confine themselves to a box. You step out on a limb, or some people say step out on faith, or you step out on yourself and you accomplish something that you have never thought you would. So I applaud you for that. That keeps you fresh, that
Thank you.
keeps you renewed, that also keeps a new audience in front of your face. That is wonderful. But
Hmm.
let me ask you a question. Which
Hmm.
is the easiest to write for you? And why did you choose that genre?
I would say the most is the Christian faith, because I mean, out of all my writing, I think I have the biggest pull with that sector, as I've been told, because it's about keeping the faith and believing and keeping structured, things like that. So a lot of my followers tend to be Christian believers. So I've been told that maybe you need to just stop writing all the other stuff I write and just focus on that. Then I was like, I don't know. I was supposed to be here to write for different things and different topics. I just don't want to, like you said, be boxed off into one topic.
Yeah, I mean, why stop that? I mean, I know some authors use different pen names. I've seen that happen, but
Mhm.
no, you shouldn't just combine yourself to the box. So,
Mhm.
you said you started writing when you're a junior or senior. So we're going to bring in
Mhm.
because I love to talk about the black community. We are just awesome on so many realms. I don't see much of an African American male presence when it comes to people coming to the library. Was that something that you encountered when you were at that age? And how did you overcome any type of stereotype when it came to that?
I just want to just be, more commonly different. You know, I didn't want to be always the one, outside or doing wrong things. I wanted to be, you know, educated, not just make just a black man, but an educated black man. Because they said that more you read, the more knowledge you gain. So I've always wanted to be more firm in that situation. And plus, it's not enough people reading anymore. So I had to put more attention on books, bring back the love for books, because not really people, picking up books. They'll get their tablets and the ebooks. I'm more of a I gotta have it in my hand and read it type of guy.
I love that when you said commonly different. You need to pin that. You need to keep that because I love that. Instead of saying awkward, weird, you are commonly different. And that, the ebook and the Kindles and the tablets, yeah, yeah. I really wish some people would stick to books. Yeah. it's it's taking over, but I think this generation that's coming in now, they're kind of reverting back to uh tangible stuff. You see in this generation, and I don't know what generation they are. I'm talking about those between 23 and let's say 30. They're starting to now wanting to know handwriting, crocheting. Um, they're doing cookbooks now. They're not the ones that's Uber eating. It's mainly me, the working mother, working parents.
Yes.
Girl, get that Uber Eats and go and get something, you know. But the feel of a book, it's something that I never want to take away. I mean, I have two tablets, I have a Kindle, I have a Samsung, and I got like over 100 books in my house. But I'll pick up
Yeah.
one of those 100 books before I pick up the tablet and the Kindle. And even my daughter right
Hmm.
now, she's 11. She loves the feel of a book. Like she was like, "Hey, mommy, can you put my book in your bag?" Like she's currently reading Hunger Games.
Well, I
I'm
love
scared. I think she
that.
might
Yeah.
have it on me. I already know when the purge come, I'm hiding her someplace. I think she might get me. But anyways, let's talk about your book, The African King. Y'all will
Yes.
understand when I said it is something by the African King. Y'all look at this book. Oh my God, you
Hmm.
see the power in that man? Okay. Be good, Tracy. Be good. Tell us a little bit about this book, The African King.
Yes. When I first got the ideas and wanted to write this book, I was like, looking at all the authors and what they do. I'm like, no one is highlighting, African culture or, like Nigerian culture. So I was like, I have to do something for, the Nigerian culture. So I was thinking, hmm, let's title this The African King and make him, strong, ambitious, but also have a story behind it. And so originally it was his dad, which is King Jafar, and he ruled the kingdom of Lagos, Nigeria. It's a golden palace, and he was a no nonsense person. You have to do what he tell you to do. You get out of line, it may sometimes cost you your head, or among other things. And so the African citizens was like, we have to stand in line and do what he says. So one day he grows ill and gets sick, and he has to think, who else is going to run this kingdom for me? I've been raising my son and getting him ready, which is King Tyrus, for the role. So I think he's ready. So one time he pulls him aside and says, son, I'm sick. this is probably the time that you're going to step up and take over. And so the next night or the next morning, he doesn't make it. And so King Tyrus comes along and assembles the role, now from prince to now king of Lagos. And now all of the tribe and the citizens is like, this is a new start for us. We're probably free and we don't have to be ridiculed to this ruthless area that King Jafar did. And they tell King Tyrus, you don't have to do what your father did. But from the pressure of stepping into a new role from prince to king, he has to still fulfill his legacy, his father's legacy, and continue the plan that he wanted. So King Tyrus keeps doing the same plan as his dad does, rules it with an iron fist. You get out of line, it's going to be your head, among other things. Kind of like a still going in the same role. But so the citizens of Nigeria set out to find a warrior that can stop him. So they go and find this warrior, this strong warrior named Malik. So he trains for about 6 months. And then, about after he feels he's ready, he goes to the palace, the kingdom, and scouts King Tyrus. And then he gets to the front gates and tells him in a face to face confrontation that, I'm coming for you. I've been watching you. I've been seeing how you've been mean and real cute to these citizens of Lagos, and I'm gonna put an end to it. So King Tyrus doesn't think anything of it and says, a peasant like you can't touch me. You're gonna wish or think twice before you try to step foot on my kingdom. And throughout the story, as each chapter it builds and builds, it's like that confrontation boils over, until it gets to that final climax or that final part where they have a all-out duel. But also, King Tyrus does have a right hand guy, which is the general. He names him his general, Jabari, which oversees everything. Nothing gets through or past him without him noticing it. So it's kind of like a tangible, like, nothing's going to happen with me standing here. And also, Malik does duel with Jabari as well. So it's just like a modern king warfare, but more up for us, an African type thing.
It'd be crazy for me to think that this is. Would you say that your readership for this book is more along the lines of an African American male, or do you think a female like me would love to read something like this? Because I do want to be one of your readers.
Oh yeah.
I'm everybody's
Oh
reader. I'm gonna
yeah.
put that out.
You would love it. It's very interesting.
It seems like there is a big thing about a power struggle, and I
Hmm.
like books that have a power struggle because I, before the struggle is over, I like to pinpoint who I think would win
Hmm.
and like bet myself. Okay, Teresa, I bet you. Y'all know I'm a fat girl, so I'm a bet food. I'm gonna bet myself Starbucks that this person is gonna win, and at the end, if my person doesn't win, I kid you not, I still get the Starbucks. It was a good book to figure out. So how hard was it to write this book? Because you were saying Los Nigeria, correct?
Lagos, Nigeria. Hmm.
Lagos, Nigeria. I know you have some characteristics of that region in the book. Was it hard to do that? Was it easy to do that? I mean, how did you put all that together?
Oh no. I had to get into like the mindset, like studying the culture. I call the book, it's like a cultural phenomenon. I had to research Lagos, listen to some of the music. It's just, that puts me into the mood, or so like, what they go through. It's kind of more modernly different than like an everyday book because everything has to fit into place. It's not like I would say like a president what we got over here in America. It's so totally different. Kind of like a coming to America type moment. That's why I would call it. But more extreme. It's more erratic than coming to America.
Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. So we're talking about An action-packed version of Coming to America in so many terms.
Mhm.
All right, all right. Who was your favorite character to write in this book?
Probably King Tyrus because he's torn between doing his own thing, but also feeling the pressure of his dad, which is instilling in him that you have to still put these rules in place that I set because this is tradition. You can't go off and to make something brand new than what I've already set for you. And then he has all these this tribe, his dad's tribe. He doesn't even pick a whole new tribe, so he has to continue who his dad had already lined up. And then the citizens of Lagos is in his ear saying, "Don't do what your dad told you to do. This is a fresh start." So he's torn in between that.
And that's what a lot of young men, they have that battle between becoming of themselves or becoming of what their family would say or their father would say. So,
Mhm.
that's a good point in the book for a young man to see how this character actually deals with that issue of being what your dad wants you to be, but being what your heart
Mhm.
and what you want to be. So I love that component that you put in there. But let me ask you, does any of your characters have any of your personal traits?
Mm, I can kind of say Tyrus, a part one to be in the controller part. So that part
Okay,
kind
okay.
of in ways. But there's
So
also
we've
some
talked
Easter
about
eggs in that story too.
Easter eggs. What do you mean by Easter
Hmm.
eggs?
Like he has a daughter, but she's not mentioned until like close to the end, because he sends her off to train and know more about the kingdom and Lagos and things like that. Because one day he's getting her set up to like his dad had him set up. He's got to have his daughter get her set up, but she doesn't come back because it's been 10 years since she's seen him because he sent her off 10 years to train. But she comes at the very, very end, and it breaks off into a part two without giving the story away. There's a sequel to this story.
Oh, okay. So there's a sequel to the story that deals with the daughter or the relationship between the daughter and the father.
The daughter, and as far as like the kingdom of Lagos.
Oh, so now we're seeing the first book, African King, is about
Hmm.
the father
Hmm.
and I guess the male authority. So now, book two, we're going to the female authority side. Is that what we're doing?
Hmm.
All right. He's saying he can leave the
That's
sisters
because a
out.
battle
Thank you.
takes place at the end. That's why, without giving it away, there's a battle between Malik and King Tyrus, which ultimately they're the main two characters in
Uh
part
huh.
one. But there's a that battle that takes place at the end.
Okay. All right, Trees. Y'all see, y'all know my head going. It's like, oh, go ahead and put it on the two. My to be read list is long enough, y'all. Could y'all stop? We could be adding more books on there. I will never get. I try to put challenges up there for myself. I don't even do the challenges no more. I just, yeah, I give up.
Well, I'm a good thing I'm right at about me doing. I love doing sequels to books because sometimes I'll write them and I'm like, it's too good to leave it off right there. So it has to be a continuation.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are you one of those authors
Mhm.
that as soon as I'm finished with book one, I'm going straight to book two? Or I'm gonna finish book one, I'm gonna lay back for a little while, and then when the reader's like, "Okay, what you doing?" Then you come out with book two. Which one are you?
Yeah, if readers want it. That's like with the off topic with the Family of Faith series. I when I created that one, I didn't think that many people would like it as it is because it's 5 parts. When originally I wanted it to be 10 parts, so I cut. some extra parts off and just made it a 5-part series.
Okay, okay. So we talked about you being an author, and we have talked about the book African King. Let's get into, like I call it, the production. What was the
Mhm.
hardest part about writing this book?
I guess keeping the connection and making sure everything stayed that culture base, like Nigerian part, because I didn't want nothing to be, no American or anything like of a regular story. I wanted just the feel of just like African Nigerian part, because there's not many
Understand?
stories that I touch on or do that. I've just now started tapping into the African culture or writing about African culture based books.
Okay, so you want it to be as real, as close to it as it can be. So I truly do see
Yes.
that, and I understand that. How about the production? Like, are you with a publishing house, or are you self-published? Like, which one of those, and why did you choose that route?
Self published. I like to keep like anything I want to write about. I have a notebook and I map out like a lot of book titles. I had at one point over like maybe 75 different things that I wanted to write about. And so I'll write how I want the beginning to go, the characters, the middle of the story, and how the ending goes. I like to always try to map it out first before I put it into the complete book. Now, though I may use the AI tool as we were speaking with off camera, I like to use that only because I can do it without doing AI, but it may take a longer point, which is fine if that's the route you want to go. Because they say normally it should take you about almost 6 months to a year to finish. I said, yeah, normally, but the way I'm trying to do it is a whole different magnitude with the help of the tool using AI. Because a lot of people will say, "What is it about?" And I've started using I call them mini scenes. If you've seen some of my stories, I use AI and break it down into like scenes, different scenes, and a lot of people are really drawn to that because it gives you an insight of what's going on.
I mean, the use of AI, I think it's creative. I mean, people say using AI stumps creativity. You do know that you're putting the information in. You are having to
That's exactly what I
create
said.
whatever it is. So it's not like you telling AI write me a whole book. No, you're giving
Hmm.
AI the insight, just like you're looking in the encyclopedia for a word to replace a word that you're using all the time. You're going to use an encyclopedia. Well, boy, I just told my age. Jesus, that's an encyclopedia, y'all. Whew, yeah, I'm old. But you would use those things just like you would use pencils and Lord, I said pencils and crayons, Lord, to make a picture come to life, you know? I am old.
Yeah.
Boy, that's telling my age. All right. But I see no problem in using AI. If they can use AI for a doctor, if they can use AI for teachers, then tell me why we can't use it in
Hmm.
books. So
Hmm.
if you have a problem,
Exactly.
I'm gonna say I'm a reviewer, and I'm gonna say I'm a book connoisseur, and I do not have a problem with AI.
Hmm.
If you do,
Thank
to
you.
each his own. To each his own. So remember behind the scene, I said we had those fun questions.
Hmm.
Well, we going over to that world now. So African King. All right. We really don't even have any real black channels. Oh my god. So this is like really ugh. But let's try this. We have one of my favorites, which is TV One. Okay. It's an old one, but I like TV One. They're starting to do their own movie series. Okay. And they say, you know what? We are tired of here Sparta. We're tired of that. We want something for us. So they came to you and you said,
Hmm.
hey, you know what? We read African King and we want to make it into a movie. You like, are you crazy? Cool, man. Who would you get to play King Tyrus? And
Dang, she put me on the spot.
uh-huh. But here's another kicker too. I'm gonna be easy on you. I'm gonna be easy on you at first. It just has to be an actor. Who would you get to
Okay.
play King Tars? And why did you choose that person?
If I had to pick, it'd have to be Michael B. Jordan.
Jesus Lord. He said, did y'all see that man in Wakanda? Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay. Come back, Tree. Come back. Okay. Why Michael B. Jordan?
Well, with the way we in time right now and the way his popularity is, I mean, it would only fit that description that he plays that role. I think he would do it justice and blow it out of the park.
All right, all right. So we got Michael D. Jordan as King Tyrus. All right, but
Mhm.
this one is battle of son and father. I wouldn't say battle, but
Mhm.
when we're talking about doing whose will, do what daddy wants me to do or do what I want to do, that's what I consider a battle. King Jafar, who would you get to play him? But, but, they have to
Mhm.
be
Mhm.
an 80s or 90s rapper, hip hop.
Ooh.
Who would it be and why?
Mm. His dad. Okay, I got it. We're gonna go with Busta Rhymes.
Oh, you said Buster Rhymes. Okay, why did you say Buster Rhymes?
Just the way his presence is, Busta Rhymes is like, that voice that makes you that stand at attention when he's speaking. So them two, him and Michael B. Jordan, it'd be an awesome combo playing that role.
Okay, so let me tell you who I
Just
thought would
bringing it
play
to
it.
life.
I thought KRS1.
Mm,
Why? Because he's like, I consider like one of the uncles, the godfathers of hip hop, and he has this weight about him that when he does his song, it is done this way, and he rarely ever deviates from it. And that's the vibe that I get from King Jafar. That this is the way we're gonna do it. You don't need to deviate from it because it's already done for you.
mhm.
Am I too far off?
Oh no,
Okay,
that'd
okay,
be
cool.
perfect.
So we got Michael B. Jordan as the
Hmm.
son, and we have Buster Rhymes. Now hold on, which Buster Rhymes? We want big Buster Rhymes or little Buster Rhymes? Which one we working with?
Little one.
Okay, little one. All right, cool. We can do that. We can do that. So we got Michael B. Jordan, little Buster
Hmm.
Rhymes, but all good movies have to have a soundtrack. What
Hmm.
song best describes
Mm.
your book, The African King, and why did you choose that song?
Any song?
Any song you want.
Well, Afro. I think this artist. I don't know if it's an AI artist or what. When I looked at that song, I was like, it's called "Walk with Me." That really was like, that's the soundtrack to that song. I was like, no other song else. This has to be the song because it's talking about, the culture of what's going on, Nigerian culture, things that's happening. And it's like modern times, even now, things that's going on in the world. It's speaking about it. So I was like, that's the one.
All right. So the song is called Walk with Me, or what's the title again?
Hmm.
Okay.
Walk with me.
So
The artist is spelled Afrofy.
Afro. Okay. Okay. So we got Michael B.
Like it's
Jordan,
Afro.
Afri. Sounds about way from RY. Yep, that sounds right. So we'll say Afri. We apologize if we're saying it wrong, if he is able or she is able to see this. So we got Michael B. Jordan, Busta
Mhm.
Rhymes, Walk With Me by Afri. Now, you know that every movie has that co-director. Who would you like to write a book with? What author? Male? Well, no, we always talk about the man. Let's give ladies a little bit of shine. What female author would you like to co write a book with? And why did you choose that author?
They got to be an author or director.
Oh, you want a director? Okay, let's do that.
Mhm.
Which director?
Regina King.
Man, y'all know what? I don't care what nobody say. She got some movies sitting in her. Who was the one? Was it? Oh, the one where they had the blood in the snow, and I guess they were looking for that one. I can't remember the name. I think it's 7 pounds. Was that the
Something
movie?
like that. I know what you're talking about. Something
No, that
about
movie.
her happened to her son or something.
Yes, that movie had
Hmm.
me in a chokehold. I actually look at it back to back, like, oh snap! I didn't catch that first. She got some power in her. Why'd you choose Regina King?
Just the way that she conducts characters that she play, like the Boondocks, and how she directs certain movies. I'm like, it's almost kind of like we have kind of the same visions on different things. You know, I was like, I gotta go with her.
Understandable, understandable. So before we leave tonight, won't you give us the rundown where your readers can follow you, where they can purchase your books? Let's just give us the whole rundown.
Okay, I have a Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and they go under my this business name. Well, my Facebook is Derail Johnson. So if you can see it on the screen, Derail Johnson, Johnson. And then my TikTok is Dejo, Dejo Productions 89, as well as my YouTube and TikTok. It's spelled the same way, Dejo Productions 89. And that's where you can reach and follow me. And also, my books are available on Amazon. If you go in there and type books by Derail Johnson, you should find each and every one of those there.
All right. Thank you for being with us tonight. Y'all go get the book, The
You're welcome.
African King. I'm going to bring it up because y'all can see one time this title. This book is very defined. There is no questions where you should be like, is that the right book? No, because this book stands in power. Okay, people? So go grab the book, figure out what's going on between father and son. And when you grab you one, grab another young man a book. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus on the brothers for a little while. Let's give them a little light, okay? Thank you for being with me tonight.
Mhm. Thank you. I've been waiting for this one.
And I'm glad we are here. Thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Sir.
So, you guys, y'all know what to do. Y'all go ahead and put this on your to be read list. Go ahead. And you know what? Here's another part y'all can do. How about you go to your local library and request some of these books? Request that they place more African American or authors of colors on their shelves. Okay, what you can do is a lot of libraries have suggestion titles. Go ahead, float it out, and give it to them. Say, hey, you might want to get this book. Okay, remember, another author, another book. Go grab it, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound with a new author and a new book. Remember, there's no such thing as an old book because not everybody has read every book. I see you guys in another night. Bye.